start play today.
For Miss Rosemary never did believe much in remaining strangers.
Just to refresh your memory.
Or to catch you folks who don't know Miss Rosemary up.
We'll do our best to get you introduced.
Miss Rosemary lives
On a pleasant little farm.
Just up the holler a bit.
and for the most part, her life was pretty ordinary.
And that's a fact. But her animals certainly weren't.
Oh, well, it's not like I raised llamas or camels or buffalo or anything like that.
No, she pretty much raised the standard farm fare.
Chickens, cows, ducks, geese, pigs.
It's just that the animals themselves were extraordinary.
Well, at least according to some folks.
Odd doings up to Miss Rosemary's farm.
Animals plowing the field.
Playing piano.
Cooking in the kitchen.
Generally carrying on like I don't know what.
I just encourage individuality.
Makes a right good pie though, Miss Rosemary does.
Blue ribbon material.
And that's a known fact.
Like we said, for the most part, her life was pretty ordinary.
Which in this instance means much the same.
Day in and day out.
Oh, you can say that again.
Well, for the most part, her life was pretty ordinary.
Which in this instance means much the same.
Day in and day out.
No, that's not what I meant.
But you said.
Well, I said just an expression that was used for these people. I didn't mean to go
Yes.
over
Yes,
Yes,
Miss
Miss
Rosemary.
Oh, now, living on a farm, everybody wakes up at sunrise. They gotta wake up. How about everybody helps me with a big rooster crow and we'll wake them up. Here we go.
Well, good morning, Gertrude. There's fresh water in your drinking trough and a sweet barrel of tasty alfalfa in the feed bin. Would you like a slice of apple pie? Well, suit yourself. You always did have a mind of your own.
Well, once you're up, you do your chores.
Oh my, look at all those weeds in my pumpkin patch. Reckon I better get those out.
And then you do your other chores.
Crunching cauliflower, crunchy string beans, and succulent sweet potatoes.
Oink.
Oh, I do love my vegetables.
Oink.
Well, good morning, George. Would you like a succulent sweet potato for your breakfast? Manners, George.
Now, you might think Miss Rosemary's life was mighty fine here on her little farm
Yes, indeed.
with Gertrude the cow, and George the pig. And for the most part, you'd be right.
And that's a fact.
Right as rain.
Except,
Except
where's Magnolia?
Magnolia.
My goose. Magnolia! Magnolia! Gertrude, have you seen Magnolia? Oh, land's sakes, that goose will be the death of me. Gertrude, could you look in the barn, please? George, have you seen Magnolia? George, I asked you a question. Have you seen Magnolia? Oh, Magnolia, where have you been? Magnolia, you have upset George. You must ask before you play with someone else's toys. Don't worry, George. She'll get over it.
Like we said, for the most part, her life was right as rain here on Miss Rosemary's farm.
Yes, indeed.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Happy as a dog with two tails.
Until
that fateful day when Gertrude
took
to flying.
Lion! Lion! Oh, pshaw! I know that cow has a mind of her own, but... Oh, wow! This just won't do!
Miss Rosemary wasn't something of a tizzy.
Just won't do! Oh, mercy me! Oh. What will people say?
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's a UFC.
A UFC?
Unidentified flying cow.
Ah,
Well, don't that beat all?
definitely out of the ordinary.
Never seen anything like it.
Probably never will again.
Well, Miss Rosemary stewed
Land sakes, a flying cow!
and fussed.
No, don't that beat all?
Well, finally, she marched right out into the yard.
Gertrude!
Moo!
Gertrude! Gertrude, will you kindly come down this minute? Gertrude, it is a known fact that cows don't fly.
But Gertrude cut figure eights in the sky and ignored Miss Rosemary.
Oh, this just won't do.
Oink, 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 oink.
Well, I just don't know how to milk a flying cow.
Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink.
This just won't do.
Gertrude! Gertrude! Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink.
I love to fly. I love the view. When I'm up here, I can see all of you. And you. And you. And you too. I love flying. I love to swoon. I love the wind in my face as I head outward space. I'll jump over the moon.
Like a bird on the wing, a roller coaster cow. She's a heavenly thing.
The clouds dancing in the
No,
air.
flapping.
Spinning and dipping and twirling, I haven't a care.
It's so much fun flying fools. That goal line is just fine. She's smarter than
Like an eagle, I have no fears. No more walking or skipping or blasting cow tipping. Over birds, Gertrude's up here.
Suddenly, Miss Rosemary had an idea.
Gertrude. Oh, Gertrude. There's a sweet bale of tasty alfalfa in your feet bin.
Mufalfa!
You love alfalfa.
Mufalfa!
Gertrude took a nosedive
Mufalfa!
and caught an updraft and sailed into a lazy glide.
Oh, well, I've never.
She did not, however, come down.
I must think of a way to get that silly contrary cow down. Oh, I've got it.
Miss Rosemary ran to the shed and grabbed a fishing pole.
This ought to do the trick. Now, Gertrude.
Moo.
Oh, Gertrude. Oh, Gertrude, do hush. Gertrude, it is a known fact that cows don't murr. No, they moo. They moo. I know. I need a rope with a lasso at one end. Gertrude. Now all I need is the perfect place.
Miss Rosemary climbed the steps to the attic.
Come a little closer, Gertrude.
She crouched by the window, breathless, and waited.
Just wait here till she comes closer.
Suddenly, Gertrude whizzed past the window.
Oh, Gertrude, you are the limit. Contrary cow. Oh, cows with a mind of their own are nothing but trouble. I'll have you know, Gertrude, I am not about to give up.
Miss Rosemary very cautiously climbed out the window and onto the roof.
Boing, boing. I'll just climb up here, and I'll wait.
Inch by inch, she crawled upward.
Well, when she flies by, I'll just grab her by the tail.
Just when she almost reached the crest of the roof,
Uh-oh.
Miss Rosemary felt herself slipping.
Oh!
She grabbed for the chimney, but missed it.
Missed it? Boing.
Missed it. Down.
Down?
Down Miss Rosemary slipped.
Oh!
When she hit the gutter, Miss Rosemary bounced. Her dress billowed like a parachute as she sailed through the air and landed in a mass of trumpet vines.
Boing! 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 Crazy cow will be the death of me yet.
Miss Rosemary finally untangled herself and hobbled over to the front porch just in time to hear.
Oh, George, just because Gertrude is a silly nincompoop doesn't mean you have to be one too. Boing! No, it is a known fact that pigs don't fly. Boing! And look what you've done to my petunias. Oh, boing, boing.
But George was not about to listen to reason.
All this flying is beginning to wear on me. I need time to think.
So Miss Rosemary sat on her rocking chair,
This is my best thinking place.
crossed her arms,
It is a known fact.
set her jaw,
Cows don't fly.
and rocked. And thought. She rocked and thought without stopping for lunch.
Boing!
There's your lunch, Miss Rosemary. Miss Rosemary rocked and thought without speaking to the postman. Afternoon, Miss Rosemary. Got some mail for you. Let's see now. I got some letters here, a postcard from Jack, some bills, and oh, this here advertisement from the Ding-a-Ling Circus. It says here they're featuring the most ferocious tigers in captivity, captured in the dark jungles of Borneo. You suppose that's where they caught the world's strongest gorilla, Gorgonzola? I prefer acrobats myself. Oh, look at here. Bobo is the cutest little baby elephant you ever did see. Don't you think so, Miss Rosemary? Oh, looks like just one day only. You don't want to miss out. Sounds like fun. Don't you think you're going to go, Miss Rosemary? Oh, well, I get on with my rounds. Afternoon, Miss Rosemary. She rocked and thought without answering the phone. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. 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 Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Oink.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink.
Wah, wah.
Oink, oink.
Wah, wah.
Oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oink, oink.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah,
Oink.
wah, 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 wah.
Oink.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink.
Wah, wah. Well, Gertrude, for her part, did not come down.
Oink, 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 oink,
Not
oink.
once.
Oink, oink.
Later that day, Miss Rosemary